Hello, Steve White, Steve White 39. This is my DVD collection. I stumbled into a couple of videos on YouTube about physical media and the importance of keeping physical media, and I kind of felt a slight surge in pride for my own little collection. I thought, I'm going to do a video about my collection. Now, this is half of what I used to have. A while ago, I decided I really was running out of space, which is a problem a lot of collectors have. And I decided to cull and thin out my collection. I got rid of about half of it. So this is about 3,350 DVDs and about 150 CDs. I had, I think, 4 full-size bookcases, which were 2 deep, and I had DVDs stacked on top of them up to the roof. And every case with films, because TV series normally have 4 and 6 DVDs. For my films, all of them were in 6-disc cases. So, for example, here I've got Transformers 1, 2, and 3, 2-disc sets, all in one case. And I do that with my films. So I'd have like The Lost Boys would be the cover, and inside would be the disc for Lost Boys and like 5 other vampire movies, so I could find all my vampire movies because they're all together. So that was what I did. And then I realised you can't, you don't have the space. And I wish I'd gone and done a video when I had them all out on the bookshelves in even that sort of condensed version of a collection. But I would love to have had the space to have all of them in their original cases, because I love the movie artwork, the movie poster artwork on the DVDs, and I love the design work in a lot of them. I just like to look at them. So I've kept them all in folios, or the covers are all in folios. But I decided I have to save space, so I got rid of a lot of them, because I started collecting when Star Trek: The Motion Picture came out on, the special edition came out on Blu-ray. I bought my first Blu-ray player then in 2000. I've been collecting them for 20 years, and I just had a lot. And I sort of rationalized, okay, you're always going to have a big TV. It's always going to take up a certain amount of space. You hate having it on the wall. So if you can get a cabinet, and just whatever you can fit in the cabinet that takes up the same space as the TV, so it's not taking up any more space than the space the TV needs, you can keep them. So I thought, well, if I get DVD holders, I can put them all in DVD holders, get rid of the original cases, you can keep them, basically. You can sort of justify that amount of space. So that's what I did. So there's about 35 cases here, holders here, that hold about 80 to 96 DVDs each. And then I've got 3 little ones that hold about 50 for the DVDs, and they're color-coded. They're all black, but some of them have red strips for horror and blue strips for science fiction, and grey for drama, and green for comedy, and what was the other one? I don't know, but it helps me find them easier. But I still kept some of the actual DVD box sets, like my Amityville one and Madonna films and Star Trek, and I've got like the shoebox collection box set for Sex and the City, and the Sex and the City wedding album, which has a book inside, and I've got the Gone with the Wind one here somewhere with the Book of Scarlet's Fashions, and I've got the Fraggle Rock box sets, which are embossed with recreated art and little bonuses, and like the Terminator metal tin with the Terminator face, and Superman tin, and the Bundy box, which is the whole 11 seasons of Married with Children in a box that looks like a old school TV. So some things I kept because I love them. If they made me smile, I kept them. But basically what it was, TV shows that I loved that I would want to watch again, that I couldn't live without, I kept. Anything else, I actually let go. And that doesn't sound like much considering how many I was left with, but I got rid of a lot. A lot of shows, even good shows like The Sopranos. It was brilliant. I was riveted by it. I watched every season, every episode. But I never liked any of the characters. I'd never watch it again because I don't want to be in that world. So there's a lot of shows like that I did buy and I watched, but I eventually got rid of. And why did I keep them? Why? Because streaming has issues. There's issues of licensing, availability, quality, censorship, and like, you can buy digital films, and if the service that hosts them closes or loses a license for them, you lose them. So you pay $30 for a film and it's gone. You can have all your favorite TV shows on Netflix, and then the licenses run out. They go to other streaming services. We're in the middle of the streaming wars. Once upon a time, it was just Amazon and Netflix. They had everything, and now everyone else is setting up. All the studios are setting up their own streaming services and pulling all the services, all the shows they had licensed out to streaming services off and putting them on their own streaming services. So eventually Netflix will get to the point where all they have is their original content. And if you want all your favorite shows, you're gonna have to pay for a streaming service for like every studio that produced them. And I don't want to deal with that, and I foresaw that, so I decided I'm just gonna have my own independent DVD and Blu-ray collection. And so long as I can find a DVD player that plays, and they will always be around just like vinyl, there'll always be someone selling a Blu-ray player, because there's always going to be people like me who needs it, even if we're the minority. And I have people saying to me, because I'd always have like a JB Hi-Fi bag, which is the store that sells DVDs in Australia, and they'd be like, oh my god, who buys DVDs? Why would you have DVDs? This is why, because physical media is problematic. DVDs run at about 8 to 10 megabytes a second, Blu-ray about 40 for the bit rate, 4K is about 80 to 100, but yet streaming can be as low as 12 megabytes like bit rate per second. So even if you're paying for a HD film, you're literally not getting the whole picture. So there's quality issues and censorship. Sometimes they edit films, and some people like George Lucas, how many times has he edited Star Wars? I've got the original Star Wars, not Episode 4 A New Hope, but Star Wars, where, you know, Han shot first. If you're relying on streaming services, you know, you've just got the latest version with, I'm never going to get into that, but you know what I'm talking about if you're a Star Wars fan. So it's things like that. So I'm not going to let this video get to like 10 minutes, because I've already done this twice, and it was 12 minutes and 10 minutes. I'm going to stick to 7.5 minutes. So I'm proud of my collection. I'm glad I spent all the time collecting it and condensing it and maintaining it, and hopefully it will serve me well. It has certainly in the pandemic and not being able to go out. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you've got your own collection, feel free to share. Yep, I would advise anyone to at least with your favourite films, the films and TV shows you really love, buy your own collection so you always have access to it, because you never know what's going to happen with streaming in the future.